name is Elena Casprini. I'm a postdoc research fellow at the Scuola Superiore Sant'Anna in Pisa, where I'm dealing with business model innovation and open innovation in family firms.
Hello, Elena. I would like to ask you how did you proceed in developing an open innovation curriculum?
I have taught about open innovation since several years ago when my supervisor introduced me to the topic, and we had the chance to teach open innovation in several classes from master level and bachelor level to PhD level. I think that in order to teach open innovation in a proper way, is needed first of all a knowledge, a background knowledge from students about innovation and technology management principles in general. I think it depends on the level of your class. If you teach open innovation at the bachelor level, usually you don't deserve too much time. What you need is actually one hour or a couple of hours at the end of a more general innovation and technology management course, where you introduce to the students the topic of open innovation, what is different from what has been studied and taught before. Things change when you move to a more advanced level. For example, in master levels, we have a more general class on R&D management, and usually open innovation deserves I think probably 1/3 or 1/4 of time, because after a heavy class on more on readings on the core of open innovation, and where you present a lot of examples and how you deal with how large and small companies deals with open innovation. What usually you use are project works. So you usually, at least I usually form some teams in the class, some groups, and make them work on specific topics and specific open innovation related issues. And if you move a step forward to PhD level, in this case you have one or two classes, but they are more theoretical grounded. So you explain the theories behind open innovation, you make students read and comment and discuss about specific papers. And you usually ask them to think about the boundaries of what's next in the future. So how open innovation is related to their topics, even if our topics that spans from sustainability to healthcare management. And
speaking about the specificity of open innovation, what can you tell us about this specific program compared with the traditional courses in innovation management?
Well, teaching open innovation is something completely new. I mean, when I began 4 years ago, I had the chance to teach in another university and dealing with engineers, and they actually were not shocked, but quite surprised about this new paradigm. What is different from what we are usually thinking when we think about innovation? What do you really need is to think beyond the black box. Sorry, not. I mean. To look
out of the box.
Out of the box. Thank you. To look out of the box, because especially when you deal with external flow, external knowledge flows, you just find ideas everywhere. So especially in engineering classes where they think about R&D department, it's not so simple to make them think about what's next and what is outside. Moreover, another thing that it is increasing is the role of social media, for example, as a source of new information and new knowledge, and it is appealing also for students, because students usually neither think about social networking websites or platforms that can be used for their project work or for their ideas, or also the part of how they can commercialize and diffuse their ideas all over the net. And what is new? Probably it's also the unit of analysis. Because you move from thinking about innovation just as a technological innovation to think about innovation as a business model innovation or a social innovation. So this is a new way of framing the entire course, because you can shed light on civic open innovation, for example, or just how companies can create open business model and deal with new ecosystems.
Okay. When thinking about a new institution or an institution to set up a new program in open innovation, what do you think would be the most important key or the most important issues they should learn about?
Nice question. I think that if I were the dean of an institution, I will probably put an open innovation class not at the bachelor level, but a step further. And I think that probably the biggest challenge for an institution will be the one of don't think about only theoretical backgrounds and to readings that people can do, but also ask companies to join the program and the class. It depends, of course, on the kind of institution you are working in, but to my experience, I'm recognizing that students are much more involved and engaged to open innovation when there is something of practical to do, and especially if these practicalities and if these project work are really concrete and led by companies. And I think that there can be a mutual award, a mutual benefit from both institutions and companies when they collaborate, because sometimes companies would love to just have new ideas from students, or just finding also possible talents that after a while they can hire and who can work for them. And institutions on the other side need some dirty hands with they need to go beyond the ivory tower and just go outside and look at which are the real problems of the companies and which are the solutions that these companies have implemented. I think that a comparison between what students do in terms of solving specific problems and how these companies has solved the same specific problems is an arena that is really plenty of new insights and it's a new approach. So, yeah.
And as it is a new approach, when we speak about education policies, do you think there should be some recommendations regarding open innovation as well in this perspective?
I think that's with policy, you mean?
The strategies that should be taken by an institution, for instance, in defining its future.
Yeah, there are problems, I think, of confidentiality. I mean, I think that the biggest issue here is that not all companies have the proper mindset to engage in such courses. And so, I mean, we are dealing with some great companies that have no problems to come and join us in classes and just to say, okay, we are in this way, we have these problems, and feel free just to give us your advice. And they have no problems to say, okay, maybe we are wrong on doing something. On the other side, there are a lot of companies that don't like to display too much what is wrong within themselves. And so I think that, yeah, probably the dissemination of confidential materials, because in order to, when I was explaining this joint, I mean, the fact that companies should join teachers, it implies that companies give to professors some materials to work on. This is a matter of time for the teacher, because in any case the teacher has, apart from the fact of finding the proper company, he or she has also to interview managers to understand how the companies work, and it's not so easy, because we know that timing issues are sometimes a problem. Then you have also the fact that sometimes the companies you are looking for are not close to your university, so also financial stuff are not so easy. I think that probably institutions might apply for programs, or also the European Union might do some programs. So I have said that in terms of policy for institution, central issues will be time, then proximity, geographical proximity for the companies, and confidentiality issues. And probably one last issue would be linked to, I think, to incentives. And alignment between the incentives for both institutions and companies. These incentives, for sure, must not be monetary incentives. I think that both sides, so the institution side and the company side, will deal with a win-win strategy, working closely each other's. And so I just would stress the importance of working closely to companies, but also working close to other institutions like governments. So incentives in terms of, for example, having students involved in companies' activities, and or having new ideas, or also dealing with new projects together. European projects usually ask for industrial partners, and many companies, especially SMEs, need sometimes institutional partners to deal with more complex ideas. So what more? I think more or less it its all. And maybe just one main issue, because often institution thinks about companies as the main partners for teaching. There are not only companies worldwide, you have also lower level education in terms of such as high schools, and sometimes also involving high school students, maybe new fresher, bringing new fresher in the class. Another possible stakeholder and another partner may be government and governmental institutions. A field of research and actually a field of networking activities that I have, but this is only my experience, I have not seen, is with non-profit organizations. Mm-hmm. So I definitely suggest that professors teaching open innovation should also consider all this huge heterogeneity of partners, and probably also, why not, linking them together and just make more focus groups and or project level activities that involve different types of partners.
Thank you very much, Elena, for sharing with us your experience.
Thank you. Thank you.